Jefferson County Court at Law number 2 is back in session. The next case is cause number 330156. Case is styled the state of Texas versus Giovanna del Rosario Ventura. Ms. Ventura, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How are you doing, Ms. Ventura?
I'm all right.
That's good, Ms. Ventura. Would you please raise your right hand? Ms. Ventura, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth so help you God?
Yes.
Ms. Ventura, you may put your hand down. Ms. Ventura, you're here represented by your attorney, Mr. William Wilkerson. Mr. Wilkerson, how are you doing?
I'm well, Judge. Thank you.
That's good. Let's see, Ms. Ventura. The state has filed an information that alleges that on or about June 16 of 2021, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class A misdemeanor offense of assault family violence. Ms. Ventura, do you understand what you have been charged with? And to this charge, Ms. Ventura, how do you plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No problem.
Now, are you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges?
Yes.
Ms. Ventura, I have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishment. It is also labeled as State's Exhibit Number 1. Ms. Ventura, do you recognize this document?
Yes.
On page 2 of this same document, Ms. Ventura, there are a set of initials on a line next to a box that is checked nolo contendere, which means no contest. Did you place your initials GV on this line?
Yes, sir.
On the next page of the same document, there's a signature above the line that is titled Defendant. Is that your signature?
Yes.
On the next document, which is titled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal, do you recognize this document? And is this your signature above the line that is titled Defendant?
Yes.
There are two boxes that are checked at the top of this document. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain agreement and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that? You have to speak up.
Yes, sir.
The second box states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you are giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Ms. Ventura, I also have a document before me that is titled Discovery Certification. Do you recognize this document? Is this your signature on the line that is titled Defendant? Ms. Ventura, prior to signing, initialing all of these documents that I have just mentioned to you, did your attorney, Mr. Wilkerson, go over these documents with you?
Yes, sir.
Did you read and understand everything in these documents?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
Ms. Ventura, are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, sir.
State, I have before me state's exhibits number 1 and number 2. State, you like to offer states 1 and 2?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any
No
objection?
Your Honor.
No objection, states exhibits number 1 and 2 are admitted. Mr. Wilkerson, you've advised and counsel Ms. Ventura. Is there any evidence that she is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Your Honor.
And Ms. Ventura, your attorney, Mr. Wilkerson, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes.
Ms. Ventura, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
What is that agreement?
It is for 1 year deferred probation.
1 year deferred?
Yes, Your Honor. No fine, but 24 hours of community service
You say,
and the batterers intervention and prevention program. This defendant also
Yeah.
recently received deferred probation on a felony.
Ms. Ventura, the state is offering that you serve 1 year deferred adjudicated probation. During the 1 year probationary period, you'll be required to pay a fine of, well, you will not be required to pay a fine. However, you will be required to pay court costs of $412. You will also be required to pay $60 probation fee each month, a urinalysis fee of $15 each month. And you'll be required to reimburse Jefferson County for the court-appointed attorney's fees at $250. Now, your total monthly installments is $135. That's $135 per month. Ms. Ventura, will you be able to pay the $135 each month?
Yes, sir.
Now, Ms. Ventura, I must tell you that this probation fee in this case, you probably will not be required to pay it, because if you already she on probation,
Yes.
you only pay one probation fee. And so what that means is this will probably be reduced from $135 a month to about $60 a month. Okay? But your probation officer will tell you about that, and they will make the adjustments. Okay? Now, Ms. Ventura, you will also be required to pay, not to pay, but perform 24 hours of community service. You will be required to pay a $100 family violence center, or to a family violence center in Jefferson County. You'll be required to participate in the BIP program as a condition of your probation. That's the Batter's Intervention and Prevention Program. And you will also be required to adhere to the other standard terms and conditions of your probation. Ms. Ventura, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, I do.
And do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just? And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes.
Okay, Ms. Ventura, I'll follow the plea bargaining agreement that you have entered into with the state. Ms. Ventura, if you successfully complete this probationary period, this case will be dismissed. It will not result in a conviction in your record, and you may qualify for a non-disclosure. You can talk to your attorney, Mr. Wilkerson, about non-disclosure. He's quite competent in those matters. Now, Mr. Wilkerson, your attorney has just handed you a document that is titled Model Written Admonishment of Ineligibility to Possess Firearm or Ammunition. I will go over this document with you. Any reason, in accordance with the Texas Administrative Code, Section 176.1, the court hereby admonishes you of the following. You are, by entry or order or judgment, ineligible under Texas law to possess a firearm or ammunition. Number two, beginning now, if you possess a firearm or ammunition, it could lead to charges against you. If you have questions about how long you will be ineligible to possess a firearm or ammunition, you should consult an attorney. Number three, under Texas Penal Code Section 46.01, Section 3A, firearm means any device designed, made, or adapted to expel a projectile through a barrel by using the energy generated by an explosion or burning substance, or any device readily convertible to that use. B, firearm does not include a firearm that may have, as an integral part, a folding knife blade or other characteristics of weapons made illegal by Penal Code Chapter 46. And that is one, an antique or curio firearm manufactured before 1899, or two, a replica of an antique or curio firearm manufactured before 1899, but only if the replica does not use rimfire or centerfire ammunition. The statutes listed below are a starting point for ineligibility to possess a firearm or ammunition. For more information about the laws that make you ineligible to possess a firearm or ammunition, or for more information on how long your ineligibility to possess a firearm or ammunition lasts, the court recommends you contact an attorney. Code of Criminal Procedure, Article 17.292. magistrate's orders for emergency protection. Code of Criminal Procedures, Article 42.0131. Notice for persons convicted of misdemeanors involving family violence. Penal Code Section 46.02, unlawful carrying weapons. Penal Code Section 46.04, unlawful possession of firearm. Penal Code Section 25.07, violation of certain court orders or conditions of bond in a family violence, child abuse or neglect, sexual assault or abuse, indecent assault, stalking, or trafficking case. Family Code Section 85.026, warning on protective order. Ms. Ventura, the written admonishment that has been handed out to you is for your records. You can keep that in your possession. Ms. Ventura, please stand on the X next to your attorney and follow the directions of our court clerk. Once you finish following her directions, you'll be free to go, and you have a blessed day. Mr. Wilkerson, I think this is your only case.
Yes, Your Honor.
Once you finish signing the paperwork, you'll be free to go as well, and you have a blessed day.
Your Honor, I think before we go off the record, we have a third exhibit that needs to be
Yeah.
admitted.
No. This is for a different case.
Oh, okay.
Exhibits 1 and 2, I already did that.
1 and 2 are fine. This was, I was just,
Okay, so 2 was the probable cause? I
Yes.
believe? Okay.
we're good. Thank you for checking on that.
Okay, we're in session and calls number 330288. Case is style of State of Texas versus Joseph Lynn Socia. Is your full name Joseph Lynn Socia?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. Socia?
Fine, how are you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Thanks for being patient with us too. Mr. Socia, you're here represented by your attorney, Mr. Jack Lawrence. Mr. Lawrence, what's your announcement in Mr. Socia's case?
Yes, Your Honor. We were just, he's still in the Battlers Intervention Program and he hasn't completed it. I believe you told me it probably will be completed around the 1st of June.
About June the 2nd, she said.
And so we were just,
How many sessions have you taken?
I already took 2. They just started
Oh.
after the first of the year.
Yeah, so you got about 16 more to go. How many do you have to take total?
16.
16,
more.
so you got 16 more?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just give him a, you said a reset, did you say June the 2nd?
Yes, sir.
Give him the second week of June.
let's see, I believe my mother's birthday is June 15th, so I'd ask that it not. be-
15? Well,
Yeah.
the second week shouldn't be the 6th, it's gonna be the 6th.
Oh, what day of the week is that? A Monday, is a Monday
That's
okay?
fine with me.
That's good with me.
June 6th, okay, we get your case is reset for June 6th. Once you get your reset, Mr. Lawrence, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. Mr. Social, just get your reset from your attorney. Once you get your reset, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. Thanks for being patient with us.
Yes, sir. You have a good day.
All right,
So much.
all right, you're welcome. Oh, I signed it, I need to. the tablet. I signed the previous judgments.